The days were cold, the nights were quiet, the food was simple, a modest diet. My host came in and poked the fire, the one he had made before he had retired. Almost an act that seemed so spiritual. Of course, he thought it was just a ritual, to be cozy and just keep warm during that spring which was so forlorn. It was bitter, it was freezing, cold for weeks and most displeasing. The house was huge and hard to heat, otherwise a most wonderful retreat. February, March and even April, all those months were very stable. The temperatures always very low. Whilst I was praying, they would grow. So the fire, it was lit every night. It burned and shone within my sight. I peered and gazed and imagined places far away with exotic faces. As I pondered, I could plainly see that this was better than the old TV. My imagination was on fire, strange shapes and celestial choir, great caves and wondrous people, large sultans and servants feeble, loose women and bearded men, milling crowds in the den. There was more and more yet to come. I had barely started with this fun. Hints of worlds I'd never seen, or maybe towns where I hadn't been. Or was it just one big con? My mind was finally simply gone, sitting there quietly dreaming away, my brain quite loopy and really astray. I saw so many interesting faces, with wild eyes and strange grimaces, beautiful women and dashing young men, the weirdest creatures beyond my ken. Horrible hags and flying witches, dirty old men and the slyest of bitches, shady halls of some ill repute, meandering crowds in some dispute. Ghastly business in the street, you see, dreadful bankers with their usury. The devil forever shirks somewhere, his presence not seen, but always there. This world is like ours, but more real. My senses are heightened, and I feel high as a kite and just spaced out, knowing without drugs what it's about. It's about life and perception, about the truth and deception, what appears right and what seems real, how you might think and how you might feel. Whether you're sane or deluded, genius or mad, nothing excluded. Who is it to say you are truly crazy? Is not the dividing line really hazy? Meanwhile, I quietly watch the fire and greet the pictures that can inspire. This poem that's both happy and sad. Who cares if I'm just slightly mad? I gaze into the fire and I see life. I watch the fun and observe the strife. Is this one big hallucination or a figment of my imagination? I look into the flames and am content to think of all the hours I've spent seeing the most extraordinary things, all from one fire and my imaginings. The fire is good. It's rich, it's great. I've come to love it and celebrate my own flame, that deep desire to fly and fly ever higher. Snap, crackle, and infrequent pop. The wood burns on without stop. Slumber and dreams both beckon me. I close my eyes. What do I see?